So we're about 4 days away from this. It comes out December 14th. It's the 10th right now. And as I said, I'm going to give it a chance because I can't call myself a fan of, the franchise if I don't give it a try. That being said, I don't have a lot of hopes for this. Um, this trailer shows a little more, but it looks like it's just a complete. It's almost like they're trying to stick to some of the show and manga, but then adding like a whole new, which is fine, I guess. But when it comes to Yu Yu Hakusho, I would have preferred to just see a live action version of the manga or the anime or whatever, keeping to the material because they're showing going to like Hanging Neck Island and all that. They show them fighting Togoro and Bui and Karasu and Elder Togoro but no one else. There's like no one else from the Dark Tournament. So it seems like there is no Dark Tournament. They go to Hanging Neck Island, but no tournament, which is the reason why they go to Hanging Neck Island. But also the Genkai the person for Genkai, she looks a little too tall. Like Genkai is just like this tall. She's like extremely short. But here's the official trailer, the final trailer essentially for Yu Yu Hakusho.
かつて人間界と魔界は地続きだった。人間界に忍び込んだ妖怪は人間を餌食にした。浦飯祐介、異常なスピードで穴が広がっておる。明らかに人為的な力だ。霊界探偵としての初指令を言い渡す。生き返れるんだから断る理由はないだろう。
小山様はあんたのために指導者を手配したんだから。かかってきな。いいから体で感じな。鬼かよ。強くなるんだよ、ユウスケ。みんなを守るためにな。綺麗だな、クラマ。霊界の使いか。罠に誘い込まれたような嫌な感じがする。
界は平気で町燃やすような連中なんだろ。
上等だよ。
お楽しみはこれからということです。
もう後戻りはできんぞ。
こいつは俺がやる。
まずはウォーミングアップといこうか。
お前たちに人間界の存亡を託した。
これが純粋な強さだ。俺はあんたとは違う。お前のは強さじゃねえ。お前にはもう仲間など必要ない。
ユウスケ。
So we get to see a bit, I guess, of Togoro's transformation at the very end. I'm probably going to assume that this is like the final blast. Yusuke in the tournament's basically like, yeah, I'm firing one more blast with everything I've got, and it's gonna end this fight one way or another. So no more stupid surprises or fakes. You give me everything you've got right now. If I win this time, I don't ever want to see you back up. So, he charges up one last blast, and it looks like Togoro's about to win because he like manages to like grab it. He like grabs it, but then he like crushes it. But then his body starts to like split apart, and like it's like a shell almost at that point, and it just shatters, and You see the tears of his skin after ripping off his body, and is in the anime and in the manga just a great scene. We got Tarukane, we've got Yukina with the Hero Stone, got Bui. But this is what I mean. It's like there's Karasu, and it's like they're not fighting in a tournament. So clearly, this is like Sensui stuff. There's like Mushiori City, and then that's where Sensui and Itsuki were, where they were trying to make the portal to Demon World, and you had all the psychics popping up, like the Doctor and Gourmet and Seaman and Game Master, like all them. And then by this point, Sakio was already dead. Sakio started it because he was going to build a machine that would allow demons to come in to the human world. But after Sakio died, Sensui continued because he wanted to get to Demon World and he wanted to let demons in and all that. So, but Sakio apparently is the one doing this, which does Sensui not exist then? Is Sakio gonna die, and that's when like season 2 Sensui pops up? Yokai crept into the human world. I wouldn't exactly call demons yokai. I mean, they are kind of, but yokai, spirits and stuff like that. So that just looks like a flat out demon. But I mean, it's a nice opening shot here. Koenma, and I mean, apparently Koenma is not going to have his, child form. It's just going to be teenage Koenma. We got Yusuke and Botan. It kind of makes it look like there's a lantern festival going on in the back. Yeah, it's like here's Sakio, and he, like I said, he wanted to build a machine, but he needed the money for it. So we have Genkai's compound. The training with Genkai with the balancing on spikes for like 12 hours and stuff like that. So this is after Rando, after beating Rando, and Yusuke starts to train under Genkai. And then Kuwabara asks him what he had to do, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I had to, float on a spike, on a spike for like 12 hours and sleeping with snakes and blah blah blah." So I mean, it's cool that we kind of get to see it, but we also saw it in the manga and the anime and stuff like that. Genkai looks a little too tall. I mean, she's got like the mannerisms down, but Spirit Gun or Ray Gun, Hiei, and just like Hiei and Karama, like that doesn't look like her. Everyone keeps saying that it looks like a bad wig, and it does. It just looks like a wig. If you look at Karama, he has a very specific hairstyle, and I understand that it's hard to do in a direct, but it's not so absurd. It's not like a Naruto type haircut or a Dragon Ball Z haircut where it's like gravity defying. No, his is it's all down. It's pretty. You see cosplayers do it. Why can't we do it here? Same thing with Hiei. Karasu, and they kind of show him with his little invisible bombs that he can make. I really hope that he does pull off his mask and just take in the oxygen. His hair glows gold, because like I've said before, and if you know, it's he takes the oxygen in and all that, and he kind of internalizes all his bombs, and his hair becomes like blonde, and he's essentially one big bomb. He could just explode whenever he wants. Kuwabara. I saw, where is it? It just, there's Yukina right there. So, and like, at least Yukina's in there. But it just, Look how they massacred my boy. His hair, Kuwabara's hair, is what he's, one of the things he's known for. That the pompadour. Um, got Kurama and Hiei, Sakio again, Elder Toguro. Uh, yeah, and they don't all fight him together. And we're like in a junkyard, and he looks like he's fighting Goki. Yeah, it's Goki. Got Bui right there. This Rose. Those remind me of like the veggie humans, like when they're in even though it's not. But when they go to fight the Saint Beasts, they have to get to Maze Castle, but they're stopped. Well, they're stopped originally by other creatures. I forgot the names. But once they get closer to the top of the tower, that's when these veggie humans come out. They're like cultivated humans, like pretty much experimented on and stuff like that. That the Saint Beasts kind of grow, and they all look the same. They're all like these mindless creatures. They don't feel pain or anything. They're just like big and green, and so that's kind of what these look like. Except the other ones, they don't bleed because they're not really humans anymore, so they don't really bleed. Um. Oh wait, I just noticed is that to yeah Togoro's at her compound. Is this the one where she dies? Because Genkai dies, but is on Hanging Neck Island during the tournament. So you got Tarukane, his fat ass. I think I saw a spirit sword. The tiny little Jigan. The tiny little Jigan. Yeah, again, they never fought Toguro together. I don't understand why that's the case now. But it's again I can't say I'm a fan of it if I'm not going to give it a chance. I know it's probably going to be really bad. I know the CGI is going to be just all over the place. I know that the story isn't going to really follow the story that much. And again, that's fine if it's an original story, but it looks like they're trying to create an original story, but by slamming all the other stories together. Again, Hanging Neck Island. We saw her Yusuke training with Genkai. Does that tournament happen with him and Kuwabara going in, him trying to find Rando? Because we didn't see Rando. Like we've seen Toguro, we've seen Elder Toguro, we've seen all of them with later game stuff, but no Rando, no Saint Beasts, no. So it's like they're trying to create an original story, but they're just like, we're gonna take, well, Yusuke dying, of course, because we gotta have that. Kurama, Hiei, and Goki. Yeah, we got it. That's an introduction to those three, so we're gonna keep that. Let's see. Do we want the Saint Beast? Nah. Maze Castle? Nah, we don't need ya. We'll just, let's see. Oh. Oh. No. No, we don't need that. But you don't want the Dark Tournament? That's like the best part. No, 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 no. People don't want the Dark Tournament. They just want the fun, the final stuff. So we're gonna take Team Toguro. And what about that after that? Oh, you mean Chapter Black? Yeah. Huh. Well, we're gonna make Sakio opening a portal to the demon world, but isn't Sensui doing that? Yes. Well, is that gonna be season 2? Maybe. So, it just looks like it's all over the place, and if this is a series, they don't have a reason to be all over the place. Take time to flesh out the characters, take time to tell the stories. Because if they're going to try to cram the beginning of the show all the way to like Chapter Black, all of that into 10 episodes, it's not going to work. It's not. the great part of this uh show in the manga is it, you know, it takes its time to, like, the Dark Tournament felt like it took forever. You know, each episode with each fight, pretty much for the most part, if it's against a main villain, took about 2 episodes. Like Tagoro's episode with him versus Yusuke was like what, 4 or 5 episodes? They took their time. They allowed you to not only appreciate the writing, but the choreography of the fights and this and that. But here it's like they're cramming the beginning all the way to like Sensui into what, probably 10 episodes. And that's not gonna work. And that was the problem with Cowboy Bebop as well. You know, besides the fact that they're like, oh, well, this isn't made for you. But you have so many amazing stories in Cowboy Bebop, but they just, like 10 episodes, they just crammed them all together, and they just expect you to like it. I mean, you don't do that. So again, I have the feeling, you know, because when I heard the Cowboy Bebop, I gave it a chance, and it was exactly how I thought it would be. Death Note was exactly how I thought it would be. Um, but it's it's such a beloved anime that you need to take your time with it. You can't cram that much story into 10 episodes. You just can't. You can't do it because everything's just gonna be so rushed. That means the fight scenes are gonna have to be shorter and stuff like that. And when you have a story and a series that has a lot of martial arts in it, you can't rush it. You should let the viewer enjoy seeing that playing out in live action. You know, some of the, you know, the flips and tricks that Karama will do, or Hiei, or, you know, whatever the case is. You know, like Toguro, with him being able to just hit the ground and just cause a massive crater. It's just like, that stuff you want to be able to see in live action and appreciate it. But I don't think they're going to give those fights really the respect they deserve. And it's a shame. I mean, hopefully I'm wrong, but I have a feeling I'm not going to be. Maybe. Again, I'm assuming it'll be like 10 episodes. That's usually the, you know, season limit, it seems, when it comes to this stuff. Um, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know how long you've been a fan of Yu Yu Hakusho. Did you start with the manga? Did you start with, you know, seeing it on Adult Swim at night? Um, and anything else you can think of about Yu Yu Hakusho. Favorite arc, favorite character, favorite power you would love to have. Doesn't matter. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.